AC circuits, series RLC circuit, supply voltages V is equal to Vm sin omega t, AC supply, RLC are connected in series. The current through the series RLC circuit is I. The voltage drop across the R is VR, the voltage drop across L is VL, and the voltage drop across capacitance is VC. Now we all know that in a resistor, the voltage and current both are in phase. In inductor, the voltage leads the current by 90 degree. In capacitor, the voltage lags the current by 90 degree. So now we can represent in the phasor format. Suppose if the initial angle is omega t, that is omega t is equal to theta. Now the voltage across the resistor is VR and current through the resistor is I. Now when we come to VL, the current, the voltage across the inductor leads the current by 90 degree. Therefore we have 90 degree here. Similarly, when you come for the capacitance, the voltage across the capacitance lags the current by 90 degree. Now we assume VL is greater than VC. If that is the case, suppose this is 10 volts and this is 5 volts, the net value is only 5 volts. The resultant diagram will be here with VL minus VC. Now we assume that VL is greater than VC. That means, suppose this is 10 and this is 5, the overall is 5 in this direction. So this point is from origin to this point, it is VL minus VC. Now here we have VR. So you complete this parallelogram. Now the resultant will be this line, that is Vm, and the angle between this line VR and Vm is phi. Now you apply Pythagoras theorem, that is this height is nothing but the same height here, VL minus VC, and this is VR. So for this triangle, hypotenuse square Vm square is equal to side 1 square, which is VR square, plus this is VL minus VC, that is VL minus VC the whole square. So we are applying Pythagoras theorem for this triangle, and this is 90 degree. Okay. Now Vm square is equal to VR. VR is Im into R, maximum current into resistance, the whole square. Now VL is Im into XL. So we already know that XL is equal to 2 pi FL, inductive reactance, and Xc is equal to 1 by 2 pi Fc, which is capacitive reactance. So the voltage across the inductor is given by Im into XL. The voltage across the capacitance is given by Im into Xc. Now what's the value of Xc? Xc is 1 by 2 pi Fc, ohms. The unit is ohms for both the cases. Now square. Now this means we have two terms, ImXL minus ImXc into ImXL minus ImXc. So Vm square is equal to, now this term, now Vm is equal to square root of this term. Now this term you have to write it twice. So ImXL minus ImXc into ImXL minus ImXc. Im is taken common for the first term, Im is taken common for the second term. Now Im into Im is Im square. Already we have Im square here also. So Im square is the common term. So we are pulling that Im square. So inside the bracket we have R square plus XL minus Xc the whole square. Now we have Vm is equal to square root of Im square into R square plus XL minus Xc the whole square. So Im square is taken out of the root. So Vm is equal to Im square root of R square plus XL minus Xc the whole square. Now Im, bring this whole term to the other side. Now Im is equal to Vm divided by root of R square plus XL minus Xc the whole square. Now this is called impedance. Z and it is denoted by Z is equal to Vm. This whole term is referred to as impedance of the given circuit, which is Z. Okay, so therefore Z is equal to square root of R square plus XL minus XC the whole square. Now we have voltage and impedance triangle. So we have seen that VR, VL minus VC and the hypotenuse is V. The angle is phi. So if you consider this triangle, this is called voltage triangle. So tan phi is opposite side, VL minus VC divided by VR. That's what we have written here. If you consider the impedance triangle, the hypotenuse will be Z, R, this is R, and this is XL minus XC. That is inductive reactance minus capacitive reactance. This is called impedance triangle. Here again tan phi is opposite side, which is XL minus XC divided by R. So both the cases phi is going to be the same. Therefore tan phi is equal to VL minus VC divided by R, which is equal to XL minus XC divided by R. So now we will see special cases. First case, XL is greater than XC. That means phi is positive. That means voltage leads the current. Basically that circuit is the inductive circuit. So we all know that in inductive circuit voltage leads the current. Therefore V is equal to V sin omega t and I is equal to I sin omega t minus phi. This means the current is lagging behind the voltage by angle phi. So this is case 2 when XL is less than XC. That is XC is greater than XL. Then phi is negative. So we know that already. So it lies here. Therefore current leads the voltage by phi. Current will be lying here and the voltage be here. Therefore current leads the voltage by phi. Therefore V is equal to Vm sin omega t, whereas current is Im sin omega t plus phi. That means this is at 0, omega t plus 0 degree. That means current is leading the voltage by angle phi. So now the third case, special case 3, XL can be equal to XC. That means phase angle is equal to phi is equal to 0 degree. That means current and voltage both are in phase. In phase means they lie in the same angle. Voltage and current. Voltage and current will be in the lie in the same line, same angle. So therefore the equation of the voltage V is equal to V sin omega t and I is equal to Im sin omega t. This third case is important because this is the condition that leads to a term called resonance. So this is an important case. Especially the third case is very important. XL equal to XC, where this circuit leads to resonance, that we will see in the next video. Thank you.